what you want, what you want.
Hey, welcome to part 3, paint. I know I just said I wasn't going to do this, but I couldn't resist, so I figured I'd throw together a video real quick for you guys to just show you paint. Might as well, showing you everything else along the way. So the first thing we want to do, what I do with all my projects, is I do a base coat of black. Exterior black paint to help out as a weather seal. Once we coat the whole thing in black, then we're going to move on to the next stage that I always do, which is dry brushing everything white. Top to bottom, underneath, all the way around. I want to dry brush both hands white. I just like doing that. I think it adds depth and texture to the paint whenever you start adding color.
What you want, what you want.
So once we get that done, we'll move on to our next steps. Now, basically on this one, I was playing around. I want to try some new ideas. So I grabbed some purple paint, and what I was wanting to do was, when you look at your hand, you can see the blood veins basically through your skin. So I was trying here to paint in some blood veins with some purple on both hands all the way around, with the thought in my mind that once I did kind of a color skin or a peach wash over this, that the veins would show through. And they kind of have, but I have a feeling once I put the sealer on it that's gonna go away. I don't know. We'll see that here later. But anyway, what I did is I painted on the blood veins, and then went back through with the purple again and kind of hit in different areas to create like a low light of bruising underneath the skin too, to just make these hands look like they were old and aged and had gone through some trauma. So like I said, this was just playing around. Not sure exactly how it's going to play out and how it's going to work. We'll all see as this thing gets finished up.
Come on.
Alright, so we got those veins painted on and the bruising put in, and they dried up. And what I got here is a peach color or skin color, and then I had some gray that I watered down. So I took the watered down gray paint and mixed it with the peach paint, as you can see here, to make this grayish zombie tone color. The reason I chose this color is I was going through a box of mine, I found this mask, and it had this kind of gray tone to it, and it was like this decrepit old wizard look, and I thought it was pretty neat. Later on, maybe I'd make a head to kind of match the mask and put these hands with it, so that's the reason that I went with this color. Anyway, on this step, this is very watered down. We're going to paint it on. It's going to look thick at first, but since this is painted on so watery, as it dries, it becomes more transparent. You'll be able to see those purple colors through there, and you'll be able to see the highlights of the white dry brush as well. So we're just going to repeat this painting process on the other hand. Once we got both hands painted, set them out to dry, and take maybe couple hours for it to dry. I'll probably, well, these are set out for a few days for me now, so they're completely dried up. But once this is dry, then we can move on to sealing. So the next thing you'll see me do here is we're going to put some sealer on it. The sealer I'm using has got some tint to it, so we'll see how it affects these purple highlights that I got on the bottom side of this.
What you want? What you want?
So here we go, they're all dried up. If you look close, you can see, it's hard to pick up in the video, but you can see the purple blood veins that we painted on earlier, that I painted on earlier. You can see it here a little bit better. Just depends on how you catch the light. Like I said, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. You can see it some. I'm going to play with this idea a little bit more and see if I can get better at it to make those stand out a little more. I may need to come back on the outside and retrace over them, but for this project, that's going to work. So last step is just to seal these things up, so I thought I'd show you real quick. Just like painting, just get your sealer. Like I said, the sealer I'm using has a tint to it, so it's going to darken these hands down a little bit, and I knew it would. Kind of like the way it looks after it's done, so the head that I build for this, I'm going to paint in the same fashion, that way it has the same look. But anyway, you're just going to seal up both hands, top and bottom. Don't forget, get that bottom ridge down there where your clay mache cups over that plastic cup. Make sure you seal that up real well so there's no water intrusion there. And your hands are done. They're ready to be stuck to a prop. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, as always, keep making something for nothing, or keep making something from nothing. There's nothing better than creating what you want out of your own imagination using things you have around the house. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Just finish up your sealing and you're done. And there we go. Couple good looking hands ready to be used on a prop. It's not that hard. Anybody can do it. If I can do this, guys, you all can do it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.
Come.